Well, hello, and good evening. And I am back. Well, I never left. It's just that I have been working and creating and working, but I've been doing more working than creating. And so, if you know me, one day you will, but if you know me, you'll know that I am a creative, so I have to do something creative. I've never been as creative with my hands, but I'm definitely creative in my mind. My mind is definitely creative. I can't get away from it. I've tried over and over again, but I can't. So I have been, yes, I've been working and life has been lifing, of course. I have decided to come back and start my because, and let me just please say this out of a request and out of people asking me. I now have some sort of fan base, if you will. That's what they call it. I just call it supporters. So I have supporters, and they're on another platform, and they were saying, "Why don't you do such and such?" Because they came and they subscribed to the channel. By the way, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Um, they have done that, and so they were saying to me, like, "What are you doing? You having you're not providing any more entertainment." And so I was like, "Oh yeah, I did do that." And here's the thing: what's really weird about it is that I was doing that for a hobby and just to get. It was a way for me to get things out of me, if you will. I'm a creative, and I did not ask for it. I just am. I'm not so creative with my hands, but in my mind, I'm very much a creator. So I have ideas and thoughts of all types of things all of the time, and sometimes I try to kind of like not hide it, but kind of let it lay, underneath for a while, because if it comes out, it'll take over my, my the other part of my life, and that is conflicting because the other side of me is the business side, and then we have the creative side, and you would think that both of those things, will go together, but not every time, because my business side really has nothing to do with my creative side. So, and then I have to live. There's that, you know. So yeah, but I promise to be a little more obedient to what my creative side is telling me to do. Okay. And with that being said, I got some things coming up in mind. I can't wait for them to come into fruition. But for now, I'm just gonna give you me, you, and coffee. I'm just gonna keep giving it to you. Will I do it every day? Absolutely not. I don't think I did it every day. I think I may have done it like maybe once or twice a week or something like that. So I will definitely get back to the once a week if you don't mind. So yeah, as usual, you know what? You know what I'm about to say. If you've been here, you know, if you've been here, if you are a coffee bean, then you know, right? So that's my supporters, the coffee beans on this station, on this channel. But anyway, coffee beans. So me, you, and coffee always starts. I always start off with um, a nice little mug, and I always tell you something about the mug if there's anything about the mug. And they're always I like mugs. I have a collection, and so there's always something about the mugs. Either they were gifts or some things I bought myself, and the reasons and what they represent. So this mug in particular, when I found this mug, I was at Marshall's. And if you know Marshalls can be a little bit on the for some things I think they're more pricier than they should be. And then a lot of things they're not, but some of them they are. And so this is a very sturdy cup. It's sturdy. I really have to hold it. There's nothing light about this cup, and I'm gonna bring it closer to you, but it's so pretty. Wait a minute. I don't want you to, the details. The light is shining in it, but it is pretty. It's like an orange down here and a yellow, and it has the flower decorations. It's like pottery material. I love it. And so, you know how I do. Okay, um, it is. I saw it and it just stood out, and I thought it was pretty, very pretty colors. And then I looked at the price and I put it back down. I was like, absolutely not. I'll just go get another one from. Where's the clearance section? And so I went on the other aisle, the next aisle where they had a clearance, because this was where the cups were. Remind you, I went to the clearance, and how about this cup was, I don't know what, there's nothing wrong with this cup. There's no damage whatsoever. I don't know what happened. I don't care. I know that the price was like $2 less than that other cup. And then it stood out to me again. I'd have to go looking for it. It was just like right there. So that let me know at that particular time, that cup is for you. So I went ahead and got it because it was like right there. And it's like, look, you can't tell, but it's heavy. I'm telling you guys, it's pretty heavy. So the story behind this is one I think I was meant to have. That's all I can say about this one. Because if it was on that regular aisle, and if it was up to that being on that regular aisle, we wouldn't have it today. Okay. And as I say always, you can have what you like in your cup. It doesn't matter. The title of my channel and my show is, well, my show. Anyway, the title is Me, You, and Coffee. It doesn't mean you have to have coffee in your mug. You can have anything in your mug. Whatever you want to do, it's your personal problem. Or not. Okay. So we're going to put her down for a moment, because usually I do get thirsty as I talk. I have my little table. Oh, come on, table. My little table right there so I can grab what I need. Okay, so let's get down to the get down. And then I also, for the people who are new and in the back, I also I talk about myself. I tell people something about me, a little bit of something. What's been happening lately, basically, is I've just been down to the business. I've been down to the business. I am definitely having some life changes. Honestly, ever since November of 2023, I had like a major life change. Well, it was already in the making. It just was permanent. It became more permanent in November of 23. That was a major life change. And then after that, something else happened, and it's just like back to back to back. But one thing about your girl over here, your girl has what you call faith. I have now faith. I have then faith. I have future faith. I just have faith, and that everything is going to work for me according to my purpose. So for everyone in the back, once again, I know that everything's going to work for me according to my purpose. So let me just unpack that. Whatever my purpose is, everything that's happening, it's either preparing me for it, or it is making a way for me to get to it. Okay. And to be honest, I think that, and I could be wrong, and I'm sure that I'll be shown, because if I am, I will be shown that I'm wrong. I think, honestly, when we talk about purpose, we really live our purpose every day. We always look at purposes as being something big and like, oh my God, this is your thing. Yeah, it could lead to something like that. But I believe that every day you wake up and you put forth an effort to put good out into the world and to be good to people and treat people right, you're living your purpose. That's just my belief. I'm just saying. So I have been living my purpose, but I'm saying to get to a point where I know, this is exactly where I am supposed to be. That's what I'm talking about. Now, there are many things that happen to us, along the way. And when we get to our purpose, then what? When we find out what our purpose is, then what? What do we do? See? And that's another thing. You could be on your way to your purpose. You could be learning and, like I said, preparing, learning how to be and who to be in order to walk inside of your purpose, to actually live, walk inside of your purpose, basically, right? So that could be why you haven't found out what your purpose was yet, because you're looking for something like big. You're looking for something that's going to be like a wow factor, something for you to say, oh, this is why I live. Yeah. How about every day that you get up, okay, you make a conscious decision to put good out into the world and to be good to people and treat people good? How about you do that? Show some kindness and some love. How about that be some of your purpose, right? Now, then you have destiny. See, that's enough. Purpose and destiny. You have destiny. That's another word. You have destiny. Um, Again, everything that's happening to you is in preparation. You're being prepared. That's how I look at it. That's how I believe it. And that's how it basically, that's what it is, And I'm not saying I'm always right. I'm just saying I'm right about my life because I know. Okay. Now, the other thing is, I was very reluctant to start this again because I'm a person to whereas if something is not benefiting me, and it's not a bad thing, not in a bad way, guys. I don't want to make you think I'm like all about money and things and materialistic things. But however, everybody needs finances and things to pay to live, right? To pay their bills and all those things. So if I could do this and be a content creator full time and get paid enough where I'm taken care of, oh, I will be a content creating fool. Do you hear me? So a word out to you guys. If y'all want me to continue to create content full time, then do whatever you got to do. That means share, like, comment, subscribe. Those 4 things that I have been telling you to do for the longest. Now, I have other things coming up. I'm actually I have a whole nother YouTube channel that I'm working on now. It is going to be my production channel. Yeah, you heard me. My production channel. Okay, first of all, the other life changes. Let me just say this. Sorry. If you have never had a hot flash or heat flash or whatever they call it, God bless your soul. Because I'm telling you now, ladies, when they start, and I was told that I'm in Perry now. I'm not in men. I'm in Perry. And those of you, if you know, you know about what I'm saying. But these things, they start. Let me tell you how they work with me. And I love telling this story because it's kind of funny. And I've been telling it like all day, but on my other social media platforms, but it's okay. They start from the top of my head, and then they start come to the ears, and then it feels like somebody just literally set a blowtorch all the way in my ear canal. That's how it feels. That's how hot it is. Then it comes on down to the neck. Then it starts going down slowly to the rest of the body. But by the time it get down to like my knees, I don't really feel it as much. But it's like it's levels to it. It's like when it's up here, it's hot, inferno. volcano, volcano, and then you know. So whenever you see me talking in mid sentence, and I just grab the fan, that's what's happening. And this right here, man, my friend brought me this, and it's a lifesaver because I have another one that goes around the neck, but it's kind of bulky, and I will only wear that one like maybe if I go somewhere or something. But in the house, I'm not too much gonna be wearing that one unless this one is broken. And guess what I said I was gonna do? Now's the time to give me those pop, the big ones. I need a big one though, the one you pop out. I think I know where I want to order one from because I have this. This is one of the TikTok, one of my TikTok friends that's on TikTok. They sell them, and they don't know yet, but I'm gonna get one from them because they are beautiful. But they're big enough too to where you're like, okay, I'm getting some real air here. The little ones. I don't know if they're gonna do the job. Okay, it's over with. Whew. Oh my God, and I need something to drink after that. Man, I'm telling you, those hots and the flashes. See, made me do a whole big go. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm going to have. Well, I do. I'm having a new, not a new one because I'm going to keep this one, but another one for my productions. I told you I was a creator. A little bit about I've not said this yet, so I'm going to say it now because I think it's time. So when a little bit about my create, how did I even know that I was creative in the first place? I mean, hold on. High flash trying to come back, see, and then that's another thing. It gets me all discombobulated when they come. Let me see if it's okay. I think I can muscle through. Let's muscle through. Okay, so when I was in elementary school, I was around the fifth grade. We had music classes. We had like little other computer classes and things. That's when the computer just had started, being popular, and they start putting them in the schools. I mean, the old kind where you had the green writing and a big screen. Yeah, that one. So anyway, we had those classes, and they would always I would be in the computer class, but I'd be bored, falling asleep. Because I remember this like yesterday. And then so when I got into music, I was live and everything, and I was like, oh, because I love music. I really do. I love it. So then, but I still didn't like. I love music, but I wasn't getting. I just didn't feel like it was a thing for me. It just was something that I was doing, and I liked it, and that's it. So once I got to the sixth grade, because nowadays they have pre kindergarten. Well, no, I don't know. I just know elementary school stops at the fifth grade. I do know that nowadays. And when I was in school in elementary, it was pre kindergarten all the way up to the sixth grade. That was elementary. And then junior high was seventh, eighth, and ninth grade. And then senior high was 10th, 11th, and 12th. Well, when I got to fifth grade is when they decided, the district that I was in, they decided to change and move the sixth grade to what they call now middle school, which was 6, 7, and 8. And they took ninth grade and put it into high school, which makes 9, 10, 11, and 12. So during that change, that's why I'm telling you I was in elementary, because I was in sixth grade. So when I got to sixth grade, it was like I was in music heavily. That's the only thing that kind of kept me, interested. So when I went to middle school in seventh grade, I was I got into drama because it was theatrics. Back then it was called theatrics or something like that. Theater. It was called theater. So I was in theater, and in theater, it was not just acting. They taught backstage, like what goes on backstage, how to help backstage, producing, directing, all of those things. So that interests me like almost instantaneously, because I was like, oh my God, this is what I like this. This is exciting. This is interesting. And so once I think I want to say the second semester, I took the theatrics of theater. I took theater six, seven, no, seven, eight, seven and eight. Yeah, both my years in middle school. Well, really, yeah, because I took it in high school too. I started in seventh grade. I put it that way, and then it became drama when I was in high school. So I really didn't. I act a little bit in a couple of the plays, but that wasn't my thing either. I liked being behind the scenes. I love the hustle and bustle of everything that went on. I love the creativity part that went behind the scenes, because the people who are in front of the camera are, it's just like, in no disrespect, because I love acting as well. But it seemed to me back then, it reminds you I was a child, so don't come for me. Back then, I was like, the actors are puppets. I mean, that's that's how I said it back then. Like, they just do what you tell them to do. I mean, of course, there's a character and they play the character, but you're telling them who the character is, how the character's supposed to act, how the character's supposed to dress, everything. And whenever you move, if you move the wrong way, what are you going to hear? Cut. All right. So back then, I really wasn't into acting, because I was like, no, I don't. Back then, I didn't like people telling me what to do. So when I got into high school, it was a confirmation. No, middle school, in eighth grade. One of my eighth grade theater teachers said, you really should consider going to, at that time, when you get out of high school, you should consider going to a theater school, a school of the arts, or something like that. And I was like, what? Because he's like, yeah, you should, because he had us in the class, we were writing as well. And so here's the thing, and another thing is that from all, I've never made, if a B, I may have made a B. English, composition, literature classes, anything that got to have to do with writing and all that. I aced it every single time, all the time. Because it was like, it wasn't anything to me. They would give me a topic, I just write about it. They would give me, and sometimes I figured I got 100%, but you know how sometimes people don't want to give you 100 because they just don't want to, so they try to find something. But anyway, and I'm not boasting. It's what it is, And I noticed myself, even now, and then when I got older in college, my English classes were just so easy to me. Everybody was like, only thing I didn't like is the length of the papers, but I would write, and it just wouldn't be difficult for me. So writing is what I'm supposed to do, and that's very much a creative role. So that is why I know that I'm supposed to be in that arena. All right, so I've also written. I have 2 plays that I've written. I was working on a big book, and I put it on pause, and I'm going to start doing that again. And nowadays, you can write a book like that. So I probably can write a book in a month. The way technology is and all that and all those things. So I've written several poems. I'm actually a published writer because I have my poems published. I'm a published author is what it's called. And that's been, oh my God, that happened before my mom passed in 96. And I did that like a couple years before my mom passed. So yeah, that's been a long time. I've been a published author, if you will, for a long time. So that's a little bit about me and my creative niche and where I get it from, and why it exists. Um, like I said, I love it. I'm very much interested in it, and I know that I have to take care of myself first, and then everything will come into play. Into place. So just be looking. I said all that to say I just wanted to let you know a little bit more about me before. It's like an intro to this channel that I'm making. I think that's why that's definitely why I'm saying all this. But we do have now. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. We do have a couple of things we're gonna talk about though. But yeah, I think that's why I'm telling you this, so you can understand why I devoted an entire channel to it. Okay. Now let's get down with the get down. First and foremost, let me tell you something about what I do here in case you don't know. And you're new and you don't know. Um, Me, you, and coffee. So me and me, you, and you up there too in the back, and coffee. Coffee is not it's coffee is interchangeable as far as drinks goes, and our mugs, it can be whatever. If you're a person, even if you don't collect mugs, if you have one mug, if you don't, let me know and I'll send you one. But get your mug, and I mean your mug is anything, if it's a coffee cup, whatever, your mug, and put something in there, sip it with me, and we just have a conversation. That's it. Mm. And once again, it doesn't matter what you put in your mug. Just because it's a coffee mug or coffee cup, you can put anything in there. Water, juice, coffee, libation, whatever. It's up to you. But when you're with me, just, grab a cup with me. I just want you to, I like people to join in with me. I don't know why. I do. So that's all. That's it. That's all. Now let's get on to the topic. So, what I do is I peruse. I don't troll. There's a difference between trolling and perusing. Okay. I do not go on people pages looking to see what they're doing just so I can form an opinion, or a negative opinion rather, not a opinion, form a negative opinion and talk about them, or make comments and to try to make them feel a certain way or anything like that. That is trolling. Low key harassment. Perusing is what I do. I go on the internet and social media pages, and I don't go looking for, I go and I am scrolling. Okay. But in my scrolling, I'm also checking things out. It might be something interesting that I find, and that's what I do. I pick the things that I want to talk about, or I thought, was worth talking about and having a discussion. And then I bring it here to Meet You and Coffee. So that's what we're about. That's what we do. Okay. Now, first things first, we're going to talk about two things. We were going to talk about one, but honey, that last topic, or should I talk about it first? I think I'll talk about it first because the last topic I might go off, a little longer. But anyway, okay, so first topic we're going to talk about is the situation with Sean Combs. I'm not calling him Diddy. I'm not calling him P. Diddy. I'm not calling him Daddy. Sure, not calling him Daddy. I'm not. I'm not calling him anything but his government name because, yeah, that's what I'm calling him. Okay. Now he better be glad I'm not calling him something else. But anyway, this thing that's going on. Okay, aside from what he's done, let's put that to the side because we know that's very important. But what I'm getting is the scale. Why is there a scale? That's what I want to know. Why are people saying, "Oh well, he was drunk"? You know, people get drunk sometimes, and they do stuff they're not. Then you have the scale that's sensible over here, that's saying he should. I see why the people are, busting in his homes and all that kind of stuff. I see why they have all that footage and all that, and they've confiscated footage and everything. I see why. Because this dude he has a problem. He has a problem, and he thinks that because, and see, not only does he have a problem, it's the fact that he thinks because of his status that he is to be treated differently. And because he has a problem, it excuses his behavior. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Here's the thing. When we have a problem, especially when now see, and here's another thing that really chaps my hide is that when you have a problem and you know you have a problem and you do not want to do anything about it, you choose not to do anything about it, and then next thing you know, you're doing something and you want to blame whatever you've done on that problem. That doesn't fly with me, because you knew, and you knew and know you have a problem. Now, for those of us who don't know what our problems are, our issues are, I can kind of understand that. However, you can't really blame it on that either. But I'm just saying, for you to know you got a problem, I don't know. That's not how it is. And it just doesn't excuse the actions, because when you do things to people that causes them trauma or hurt or anything that's just, you know what I mean, unspeakable, that you cannot downplay that with, I'm this big person, so I can't be touched, or I got a mental issue, or I have an addiction or something and I'm not saying that he said that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying he said anything. I'm just saying there's no excuse. There's no excuse for that behavior at all. And now we're gonna go back to the video that they've been showing. I couldn't even look at when I seen him touch it. Well, they kind of blocked out, but still, you still can almost see it. First time, I stopped looking. I couldn't look at it anymore because it made me angry. It made me angry, and I felt sorry for her at that particular time. I still feel sorry for her, but what I'm saying is, more than angry, I felt sorry for her. And see, I'm an empath. And if you don't know what an empath is, go read about it. I am. And so it just did something to me. And being a victim of abuse at some point in my life, and anyone who has, which I'm willing to bet about 70% of people have been abused of some sort, that it triggered. It's a trigger for me to see that. It's a trigger. And so you can say what you want to say. I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at, I can't say, I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to say this. I'm not mad directly at him. We got to change, y'all. We got to change our way of thinking. We got to change our way. Like the people on, like I said, the scale, it shouldn't be no scale. That shouldn't be a scale at all. Nobody wants to see the people that they love and care about get into trouble, get harmed, or whatever have you. True enough. That's true. I can attest to that. No matter what they do, you love them. You don't want to see it. But at the same time, what about the person that was affected by the actions? What about their family? What about them? So I think we need to learn how to get have an open mind and look at both sides of the coin instead of always looking at what favors your side. That's one thing I can say, and I think that's why I have not that many friends. Not too many people call on me or whatever because I look at. Let me tell you something. Don't get me wrong, because I if somebody comes for my family and my friends and I'm there, I'm gonna stand up and do what needs to be done. Don't get it twisted ever. But let me tell you something. In the back of my mind, I'm still gonna be saying, okay, well, what really happened? What did you do too? Because there's two sides to every story. I'm not talking about what determines how somebody should be treated or whatever. I'm not saying that or excusing anybody's actions, but what I'm saying is there's always two sides. I have that ability to look at both sides all times, no matter who or what it is. And sometimes I think people see that as being disloyal, and it's not being disloyal. That's not what it is. It's not. But what I want to happen in that situation is I want people to look at, first of all, I want abused people, because men get abused too. I want abused people to really, really, really take a strong look at that. And it's been going on. He's not the only one. So, I mean, but I'm just saying, since it's out there like that, take a look at it. Do you want that to be your life for the rest of your life? Or how many more years you going to allow to that? Yeah, that's it. That's all. That's it. That's all on there. I can't even go no more. See, now it got me all riled up. That's what. See, I shouldn't have even. Okay, the next thing we're gonna talk about is, which is what I named this video actually. Let go of the in-laws. Boom! Exclamation point. Okay, let's do this. Let's go ahead and unpack. All right, now the questions, and I perused and I found these questions. The question is, well, there's actually two, but let's start with the first one. Is it okay to invite exes of their families, or their families, over without consulting your current partner? And then in parentheses is whether you live with your partner or not. Is it okay to invite exes or their families over without consulting your current partner? So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you my opinion, and you got yours, and that's where the discussion come in there, baby. You can leave them comments. You can please blow up the comment section, please do. Now I'm gonna tell you my take on it, because most of the relationships, the serious relationships that I've been in, the family members of that individual actually, and I'm not boasting nor bragging, but they love me. There's only one family that I can say that didn't care too much for me, and that was not because of me. That was because they got their own issues. One out of, look, I'm 52 years old. So out of all the relationships in my life, only one family, all of the other ones, they loved me. Now, if I see, do I continuously talk to them? Not all of them, because some of them I was just closer to than the others, if that makes sense. So if I see the ones that, I don't talk to at all, if I see them down the street, it's going to be, hey, hello, how you doing? I'm still going to speak to them and I'll talk to them, and that's that. Yeah. But there are some that I was even closer than that I still talk to and I still consider family. Now, again, I can understand both sides. So I'm going to tell you about why I think the way I think. Okay. So if you don't develop a relationship or a close relationship with your ex's family, then don't even worry about it, because you didn't develop that relationship. But if you do, if you happen to develop a close relationship, just as you are in a relationship and you fall in love with someone, you just can't fall out of love with them. I don't care how mad you are when y'all break up or whatever. You're not gonna fall out of love with them instantly. Okay. Same way with any other relationship. Even with friendship. If you was really a friend to somebody and you really love that person, y'all can fall out, because that has happened to me quite a few times. Y'all can fall out and not talk to each other, and then boom, whenever the next time y'all do have common sense enough to talk to each other again or whatever, it's almost like y'all never stop talking. You know why? Because y'all really loved each other. That's why. You you just can't fall out of love like that. You know? So back to the exit situation. So that's what I'm saying. If you develop, some people don't even develop those type of relationships, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you develop that, I don't see anything wrong. Now, let me tell you something. That does not give you or anybody the right to be disrespectful. That's what we're not going to do. We're not going to be disrespectful. So when you have an established relationship with a partner, first of all, they should know that about you anyway, from dating you or whatever y'all were doing. They should know. You should be honest with them and say, hey, my ex family, we close, it's not a thing. I do not fool with that person no more. We have nothing going and coming, and we never will. That's dead. But on the other hand, they're family members. I'm still close to them. They consider me family. They're not on that. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. See, this is ridiculous. They're not on that thing where they're trying to get us together and do all those schemes and all that. None of that is happening. Okay, so if you tell them that and that's established at the beginning and they knew that and then they carry on with you, it should not be, it shouldn't be an issue. Then, on the other side, you need to be respectful, though, to your partner. Especially if you live with them. Now, if you live by yourself, you should show the common courtesy and just tell them, well, Aunt JoJo is coming over. Aunt JoJo is your ex's aunt, but Aunt JoJo coming over to see me. Just wanted to, let you know, whatever. Okay, because what that is it creates an environment for the other person to be comfortable and understand that you don't have anything to hide. Okay, there's that. Okay, and if you're living with them, it's just really just common respect, period, because you're sharing your space with somebody. It ain't even about nothing else more so than they live there too. It's not just your house, it's their house as well. So you gotta, let them know. I'm not saying you gotta ask for permission or anything like that. And then in some instances, you may have to not ask for permission, but just ask, is it okay for them? Will they be comfortable? Because if not, you can go to that person's house or you can meet them somewhere. However you want to do it. I don't think this is the problem, and this is what I have discovered. We don't let each other be ourselves. We say we can, and we tell somebody you can be you. It's okay. You can be yourself. But then when it comes down to it, when they're themselves, and it's something that we don't like or it irritates us, it's a problem. Well, you said they can be themselves. And if somebody is uncomfortable until they can deal with it, now I'm going to say this too. I don't think that somebody should just be naturally jealous. Now, if somebody's jealous, then that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you just informing people and letting them know things. That's what I'm saying. Because if you put the shoe on the other foot, you came home and his or her ex's people just sitting up on your sofa with their shoes off, you probably will have a hissy fit. You know what I mean? So just keep it. Let's stay real about things, and let's put ourselves, in another person's shoes. Let's do that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it. My take on it is, I think that it's wrong for you to do anything. Like, it don't even have to be the exes. Anything, if you're living with someone, or if you're in a relationship with someone and you consider them someone you care about deeply and you love them, you should just be considerate and just let them know. So it's not like you're asking for permission. Just let them know that that's what's happening. That's it. That's all. And if they got a problem, then that's a problem. Then that's another whole topic, But as just for that, for what we're talking about now, I think everybody should be courteous and let someone know, especially if you live with them, because again, that's sharing that space, and that's wrong. And I know some girls who they don't even like their boyfriends' friends at their house. They live with their boyfriends or husbands. They don't even like their friends over there that much. So, you know what I'm saying? We got to think of that as well. Like, we can't get mad if they get mad about us having people over there and they don't know, or especially exes, because that sounds, sometimes to some people it just, they feel like, why are you still talking? That is their own way of handling things, and that's what they think about things, and it's not yours. However, that's not the point. The point is they share the space with you. That's the point. That's all I'm saying. So whatever opinion you have on that, put it in the comments, yay or nay. Let me know what you think. And we'll go ahead to the second part. The second question. It's about the same thing. Yeah, this one right here too. It says, should you cease communication with your ex's family? And I kind of answered that earlier. It depends on the relationship as far as I'm concerned. If you got a good relationship with them, I don't see any reason why you should cease communication. Unless they're trying to be disrespectful and they're not respecting your current situation or your relationship and trying to say, get you back together with their loved one. Unless they're not doing that, I just don't see I don't see the problem. I don't see it. Heck, I've been in a situation, and then with my ex's, I have taken my situation to my ex's people function because they said it was okay. And why isn't it not okay? If again, but see, when people make a big deal of things, there be something still there. That's what I think. I'm sorry. I think it's something still there. You don't have to argue with your mother, but you argue with someone else. Don't argue with me. But I think that it's always something else going on. That's why it's such a big issue. Anytime it's got to do with exes and it's a big old issue, unless the ex is just flat out jealous and or crazy, a maniac, something else is going on or still going on. Just go on and call a spade and quit playing with everybody. But I just don't think that it should be a big issue. I just don't. Like, if you do, let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it, honey, because we can just go ahead and unpack all of it. We can just unpack. Well, this is my time. I got to get off of here and get some more refill in my coffee cup, mug, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go and tell y'all today because I'm so proud of myself. I made the best homemade lemonade today, you guys, that I've ever had. Like, ever. And I'm so proud of myself. So I said, this is what I'm going to drink in my mug. So this is homemade. And y'all know this is the first time. If you go back and look at those videos, I've never told you what I had. Maybe once. But this is the first time I just flat out said, it's lemonade. And it's so refreshing. And this mug is so doggone big and thick until I thought that I would finish it way before we're done. But it's still something in here. Anyway, I'm gonna get a refill. That's delicious. That's all we have for now. Until next time, I want you to, first of all, I want you to like, comment, share, subscribe. Okay. And I want you to definitely come back and check out my page. If you haven't seen my other videos, go look at them. I think they're a little bit entertaining. And stay tuned for more. Also, definitely be looking out for my new channel. I got some good content that I am going to provide to you. I know you're gonna love it. Um, yeah, I'm excited about it. And yeah, until then, what you need to do is hold your head up high. Don't look down. Keep your head to the sky. All righty. Have a blessed and wonderful weekend. Bye now.